Oh yeah, what's going on guys? In today's video, I show you how to enable 120 frames a second when shooting video on the Canon M50. Oh yeah. What's going on guys? Okay, so in this video I'm going to go over how to enable 120 frames a second on the Canon M50. But guys, if you're new to this channel, I am Binh. I do tech reviews, vlogs, and currently I am reviewing a Canon M50. I also have reviewed other Canon mirrorless cameras, and you can link up there. I'll link you to some of those reviews. But let's talk about 120 frames a second with the Canon M50. Oh yeah, I almost tripped up on my words. I kind of did, but I review so many cameras. Check me out, subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, I review so many cameras where sometimes I mix the reviews up. But 120 frames a second with the Canon M50. Okay, guys, so I was out shooting my very first vlog. Shameless plug right there. But when I shot the 120 frames a second video, it is very not traditional. So basically what the Canon M50 does is it shoots 120 frames a second, 120 frames a second, 120 frames a second, but it's odd. Usually when you shoot 120 frames a second video, it is in real time when you play it back. All it does is play 120 frames a second real time. But with the Canon M50, it's weird. Basically, it makes 120 frames a second video, but it condenses it down to a regular 30 frames a second video. Let me show you in post. Oh yeah, so we're in my computer. This is Premiere Pro, and this is the Canon M50, my first vlog. And in my first vlog, I shot a few 120 frames a second video, and look right here. This is 1280 by 720, and it is 29.97p, so it's 29.97 frames per second. And this is what I'm talking about. Even though I shot this at 120 frames a second in camera, the camera has made it so it is stretched out to basically 30 frames a second, or well, the technical 29.97. So basically when the camera takes 120 frames a second, it will put the frames into 30 frames a second and stretch it out. So this is what it looks like. So this is the video right here, and press play, and it is already delivered to you in the file and the MP4 file as a slow motion. Look at that. Oh yeah, so that is how the Canon M50 shoots 120 frames a second. It's very odd and very unconventional, but it works. And it actually works very well for people that aren't very versed in video editing. But in my honest opinion about the 120 frames a second, I'm a computer guy, so I might say 128, but I'm really meaning 120. So in 120 frames a second with the Canon M50, it's very good. It's very smooth, buttery, and it's very surprising coming out of a Canon M50 of this size. It's amazing. Canon has definitely stepped up the game and is going into the right direction, which I'm very happy to see. But guys, the downfall of shooting 120 frames a second in the Canon M50 is it's 720p, which isn't that bad. And if you see my vlog and the slow motion that I put in that vlog, well, it's very buttery smooth, and for 720p, it looks pretty decent. Well, 720p isn't really a good standard for today, but it's something, and it's a good direction that this camera is heading. Okay guys, let's get into the camera and enable 120 frames a second in the Canon M50. Okay guys, to get into the menu, press the menu on the back of the Canon M50. Oh yeah. So make sure you're in the shooting mode, and the shooting mode is a little camera icon on the top left corner. Make sure you're on page 1 and scroll down to movie recording quality. And as you can see, you have moving recording size and high frame rate. Press the set button and move it to enable. As you can see, it warns you movie servo autofocus, movie digital image stabilization, and audio is not available. Autofocus not available in high speed movie recording. So guys, basically this means you won't have dual pixel autofocus and audio when shooting 120 frames a second with the Canon M50. Okay guys, let's enable this setting. Press set to enable. Press menu to go back, and there you have it. You have successfully set up 120 frames a second in the Canon M50. If you are shooting 120 frames a second, you're probably shooting it for a B-roll, so you don't need the audio, but it would have been nice to have the audio, but the way that the Canon M50 presents the file in that weird, already stretched out way, it makes sense why the audio is not recorded, but it's very buttery smooth and really good, surprisingly. After you set the Canon M50 in 120 frames a second, how do you record video? Well, that's very simple. All you do is press that button and it starts recording. And when you're done, stop the recording by pressing the record button again. That's it. And it records the file to the card, and in post, well, there you have it. 120 frames a second. Oh yeah. So guys, like this video if you like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you have any comments or questions or more videos you want to see on the Canon M50, leave me a link down below. Oh yeah. Okay guys, until next time, peace out.